the greatest.
Hey, you know JayRay got girls here going way.
You gonna rap on it?
Hey.
All right. Damn, why you always?
What?
Never mind. What's going on, y'all?
Are we
All right.
All right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. All right. Welcome back to Real Talk Radio. This is episode 10. You know, because we're gonna keep it consistent this year. I'd like to introduce my guests, Grace Watterson, and then Shay Patil, my great friends I met here at Piedmont University. I don't know what else to say. I don't know that much about y'all like that.
Well, I'm a nursing major, and then she's a bio major with a minor in chemistry.
Oh, period. Okay.
Yes.
So, they want to talk about relationships. What?
I'm listening. I'm
Nah.
like, you said they. I'm like, we're listening.
Oh, yeah, they want to talk about relationships. So I guess that's what we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah, I think you should start us off.
I didn't write nothing down.
Okay, we didn't write anything down either.
We're just going off dome.
The dome.
Why I gotta start it off?
I mean, it's your podcast.
I mean,
And then we need a male perspective.
Yeah.
I am. It's like I don't know. I don't like to talk about relationships like that. I don't want to be that type of podcast. One, and then people ain't ready for the truth.
Well,
I'm gonna wake them up.
So
I'm gonna wake them up. But
it's time to be woken up. Go ahead.
okay, what where you gonna start? Like, I don't.
Start from the beginning.
Not, y'all had it written down. Like y'all wanted to get some stuff off your
Go ahead,
chest.
Grace. Start it off.
You sure you want me to start this?
Go ahead, boo.
Just vent. Come on.
Okay, cause my
Lord have mercy. Let me start off. So, as y'all know, you know, I have been in a relationship since like 2017, and this has been like my only relationship, like ever. And sometimes, you know, going into 2023, I'm coming to the realization that might just, you know, maybe, you know, because, you know, talk to people here and there, you know, I might die alone. Just depending on just looking at it. What? Oh, she said that too?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not something like I want to do, but it's just like how, you know, when you meet the right person, you know. You know, I don't want to go too. I don't want to get in too much detail, like, you know.
yes, cause I'm having the same dilemma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why do you think you having that dilemma though? Or do you want me to go first to make you feel comfortable?
Why am I having that dilemma? You know, you go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
With me, I think, like I said when we talked about friends and stuff, like, it ain't 100% them all the time. But damn, now I'll give them 99%. Because, like I said, how I treat relationships, I treat friendship. So, like, if I do something wrong, I'll admit that wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I never take it to that level. Like, I'm always, like I said, I've only been in one relationship. I don't play about relationships. Like, it takes me a while to know if I want to really, really be committed with you. Like, I got to really get to know you. And I feel like, now y'all done started something. I feel like nowadays, and I hope the camera zooms in on me when I edit this as I'm saying this, because y'all need to hear this. I feel like nowadays, people don't treat, they treat relationship for play.
What?
Like, and this is not just from like what I see on social media. This is like from experience. Like I said, I haven't been in a relationship, but I've been in relations. And then I've had friends, male and female, come up to me with their problems and stuff. I'm just like, bro, like, why are y'all even dating? Like, if you can't follow boys on Instagram and she can't follow girls, like, what are we doing? If you didn't trust her and he didn't trust you, why were y'all together in the first place? Like, I understand boundaries, but like, those are stupid boundaries. That's almost saying, like, I don't trust you enough. Like, if you do follow them, you're going to fall in temptation and start getting somebody else. It's like, why? What are we even doing now? Then on the other side, which I've experienced, is like some girls just haven't met a nice guy, and they mistaken attention and a nice guy for, like, okay, I think he's the one now because he does this, this, and that, and third. Or like, we ain't even going the steps of you really getting to know me for real, for real. Like, I haven't seen you mad. I haven't seen you sad. Like, I don't know the relationship with your parents. I don't even know why you and your ex broke up yet. But you just seen a guy show you a little attention, treat you right here and there. And then, like, in 3 weeks, you talking about some he the one. Like, bro, we don't even know each other, bro. I just met you at Walmart. like, let's be for real, bro. Like, I just feel like that's my piece on it. I had to let it live off my chest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, and this, I know I'm rambling. I know I'm ranting too long a little bit, but this is the last thing I want to say. So I was talking to one girl at one point, right? And this is the shit that pisses me off. We're talking, we're getting to know each other. She goes, and usually, like, you even know, like, I won't bring my ex up unless I really fuck with you. And we're just, like, having casual conversations. And the only reason I brought it up, because she seemed like a mature person. Like, we was having, like, some deep-ass conversation just for, like, a second conversation with her. So I was just like, I told her about, I don't know how we got into it, but I was like, yeah, it took me, like, 6-7 months till I, decided I wanted to commit to the last person I was in a relationship with. I was just like, oh, yeah, you didn't really like her. And then I was like,
it's more than just liking, and yeah, okay.
First off, like I said, you have to get to know the person. Mm-hmm. People nowadays, I feel like sometimes even 3 months ain't enough. Just depending on how long you see the person and what the relationship, how much time y'all really putting into the relationship. I feel like 3 months ain't even enough. You know what I'm saying?
I like to marinate it.
It's like I really gotta, because like I said again, go back to vulnerability too. Like, if I'm committed to you, then I'm giving you my all. Like, I'm probably going to end up opening up to you by my mom, which a lot of people don't know. Like I said, the only person that really know that was my friend. And y'all saw how that relationship went. So, like, it's just, man, I feel like some people aren't mature enough for relationships, and they jump into it thinking it's something when it's really not. Like, it's way deeper, and it's more to it than just, I like you, you like me. Yeah. Like, you're going into something where, like, two very different, and y'all might be similar in certain ways, but two very different people with different perspectives on life, different, emotions. Like you were saying earlier, like, two emotional people won't work together. But damn, that's what a relationship is, because life is an emotional roller coaster in itself. So, you gotta be willing to see if you're willing to deal with that. Like I said, you gotta see the sad side of them when they're most vulnerable too. And like, if y'all can overcome those situations, then maybe y'all are meant to be together. That shit. I got my shit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was preaching a little bit. I have my words together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta give me that. We're growing. I don't know. I feel comfortable around Grace now. I think after the last conversation.
Okay. I was about to say, she already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Me, relationship-wise.
Girl, you were just about to say it in the other episode. Spit it out now. Come on.
What's your issue?
I got lots of issues. Okay, well, number one, mine is probably self-sabotage. And I tend to push away, even though I know that they're good for me. Mm-hmm. I would think in my mind, like, oh.
Overthinking.
Yeah. Oh, this person is too perfect. Why would they even like me?
I do that, yeah.
And then it's like the guy that I was talking to, I was just like, Jesus, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
Because, okay, there was a situation where he was very vulnerable to me about. And I'm just like, okay, I don't express my emotions, so I'm like, I don't know how to be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. And I guess through my friendship with her, I'm learning to be vulnerable. in a sense, because I don't have a problem
with
commitment.
Mhm.
It's the
the
action
emotions.
of falling, because I've never fell for somebody before.
Oh yeah, that's the
Because then it's like if I fall, then that means I trust you,
That's what I'm. Yes.
and
Amen.
I'm giving you the permission to hurt me
Yeah.
when I show my vulnerable side.
They don't be understanding that, bro. I'm telling you.
And it takes a lot for me to get there. So I'm like, then you got to do it with somebody else all over again.
That's I was just about to say. I just didn't want you to cut you off. I'm glad you said that because I was like, I didn't want to cut you off, but like I feel like I would rather get cheated on than for like us to grow apart. I feel like that's more hurtful because cheating, it just depends on the way you look at it from a church aspect. Like, yes, I loved you, and then you lied to me and did all this, but that just showed me you weren't the right person for me anyway. But if we grow apart, like I just gave you my all, and now you telling me like we just not on the same level no more. Now I gotta go start over because I feel like starting over with cheating. With cheating, you have a reason not to start over. We're growing apart. It's like
what happened?
Yeah, it's like
where did the
it's like we nothing was wrong. It's just we grew apart. Like
Yeah.
or maybe some stuff was wrong, but it wasn't to that extent. Like yeah, that's my worst fear is like it not working out. I mean, I went through it kind of, but I never been on the end of the stick. Like with my last relationship, it was me. I kind of grew apart, and yeah, I had to let it go, but I've never been. I just hope I don't. I feel like it is gonna happen, but that's my worst fear is being on the other end of the stick where I'm still in love with someone and they're not in love with me. And I gave them, like you said, vulnerable. I gave them so much of me. I sat down, like, again, greatest quote from Kodak Black. Y'all go check out that song, Vulnerable. I sat down and taught you all the ways to hurt me. Like, I gave you my all. Like, I don't tell a lot of people this. Like, I trust you. I don't trust a lot of people. It's things I trust in you. I'll say this. It's things that I'll trust with my significant other before I trust my dad. Like, that's how deep sometimes I get. And that's why, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm separating myself. To go back to the other episode, I'm separating myself with friendships. Because sometimes, like, I'll tell stuff to my friends that I've never even told my dad. Like, my dad never even knew. Like, stuff like, it didn't even have to be something I had to confide in somebody, but certain situations, you should have told your parent, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get... I hope it wasn't too dark or deep.
Nah.
No. Well, for me, it's been a different type of roller coaster.
Go ahead, Haitian.
So my first relationship, it was very much the separation, emotional separation, and I felt it. And it's like when you feel someone distancing their self emotionally from you, and you're trying to figure out, okay, did I do something? And then you start overanalyzing. Okay, am I the issue? Am I the problem? Why are they, pulling away from me? And they don't vocalize an issue, then it's very much you start questioning, okay, am I the problem, or what's going on? Then you have to realize that sometimes people, like Grace said, she emotionally detach herself before she physically, and I had to learn that some people, before they're gonna be like, I don't want to be with you, they're gonna just emotionally detach themselves, and I'm like, all right, that's how life be, and I'm like, dang. But my first relationship, I cut that one off. I'm like, communication wasn't it, and I'm like, okay, if you're gonna distance yourself from me, express it, because I feel like I look for relationship longevity. I'm trying to build something long term. I'm not just going to get in a relationship because it takes me a long time to get in a relationship. So I'm not going to play around, and you're not a game. You're not 2K. I'm not trying to play you. I'm not trying to shoot shots with you. I'm trying to build something with you for real. And that's why I don't, play around with people. When I try to talk to somebody, I get really serious, and I'm like, okay, I'm just focused on you, and I got tunnel vision, and a lot of people don't get that. And our generation is very much oh, I'm talking to this person, I'm talking to that. So I'm like, I don't have that much energy to give it to multiple people. I only have energy to give it to one person. And like what you were saying about this song, I don't give people the ability to hurt me, because I usually run my relationships, and I will say that I usually
alpha.
I take charge in all my relationships, and then I know that's where I have to learn to
be submissive a little bit.
Yeah. You're right, but I think for me it'll take the right type of person. I know I would have to work on being, because I can be, but it would have to take a the right type of person to make me want to be submissive to them. I mean, I can be, but I'm going to have to want to be submissive to you. But, yeah, people just be so quick to get in relationship and talking to people. Like, my last situation, it was, like, 2 years. Like, because if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, I'm dating you because I'm like, damn, this person could possibly be my person, could possibly be the person for me. So I don't be playing when I'm like, and I want to see all your emotion. I want to see how you handle your money. I want to see how you handle your parents. I want to see what ticks you off. I want to see how you communicate. How do you act when you're bad? Do you lash out? Do you talk like a normal adult? Can we have these sit-down conversations? So, like, I put a lot of things in consideration. I'm like, do I want this person to be my favorite person? Then I think of kids because I want to have kids. And I'm like, do I want to pass down these traits to my kids? Because I think very in depth when I'm with somebody. I mean, before I even get with somebody, I'm like, okay, possibly. But of course, that's gonna take some time because like it's not a friendship. I didn't spend my whole life with you or half of my life with you, so I'm learning you from scratch. Like your friends know more about you than I do, so I'm like, I'm learning you. Your friends already know I'm not talking about like favorite colors. Those things are. I think people be asking the wrong questions. That's another thing. I'm like,
yeah, I find it questionable when you ask me how many bodies I got. When I low key should be asking like the other way around. Well, no, I feel like no. Yeah, I almost double standard myself. No. Yeah, I find certain questions. Yeah, certain things you trying to. Yeah.
Because to me, in my mind, that's your past life. This was before you met
exactly.
me.
And it's like, and I feel like you should feel like when you get with your person, they're elevating, and they should feel like that. I'm elevating you. And one time I got, the person who I was talking to, I was like, I'm gonna invest in you. They got upset because I used that. They're like, why you invest in da-da-da-da-da? I'm like, oh yeah, your ego too big for me to mess with you. And I'm like, when you're in a relationship with a person, I think you invest in your person. You should want them to win in all aspects of life. So if I need to invest in you in any way I can, then I'm going to invest in you. If you need it financially, okay. If I got it, you got it. We good. And I'm like, I look at it as a unit. People be thinking like, and people be like, oh, we just celebrate our 6 months. 6 months? I'm like, that's not, in my head, I'm like, it's not a compliment. I celebrate years. If it's not years, it's not a celebration. Like, and I don't think people get that because people just be dating and hopping around and be publicizing their business. And I'm just like, that's another thing. I don't like when people publicize their relationship because I'm like, how long is it gonna last? Because you be so quick. You know the friends I'm talking about, like who got a new dude every who got a new dude every month, and I'm like, stop posting your dude because it's not gonna last long. Yeah, you know?
I feel like with that too. That's another thing I hate was when, like I said, it's a lot of different. There's a lot of the wrong reasons people get in relationships, but another one is just they get in a relationship just to say they in a relationship. It kind of goes on to what you say about then they take it to the furthest and start doing it on social media. It's like, what are we doing, bro? But yeah. And to go back to what you said on longevity, let me lay it on my chest.
Okay.
Because you know what pissed me off, man? No, just kidding. But no, for real, you know what really gets me tight more than anything? Like, I'd rather say somebody said, like, oh, shit, my fault. How can I say this? What pissed me off more than anything is when somebody be like, you know, because a couple of my friends, I know they'll be playing, but they be serious. At the same time, they'll be like, see, this is why you can't get no girlfriend. You play too much. This is why you ain't got no girlfriend. I'll be like, I just sit back and look. And in my head, like I said, like I'm like you, Grace. Like I'll tell you about yourself if you need to be told about yourself. But if it's going to cause something, if it's going to cause some shit in the way it's going to have us to be going back and forth on some like immature shit, then I ain't going to say it. But in my mind, I sit back and I'll just be like, nigga, ain't you been in like 4 failed relationships? Like, who is you talking to, bro? Like, nigga, I was in one relationship. It lasted 1.5 years without sex, and it didn't even end bad. It just, people grew apart, bro. Like, so I would say it was a successful relationship to me because there were a lot of things that I learned and I grew from. And we're still friends today. That's how great a relationship it was. So, like, bro, you've been in like 6 failed relationships within 2 years. Like, stop. Like, what are you talking about? And that's why I said, like, with that what I said earlier about that girl, what even made it worse was she was like, oh, yeah, you really didn't like her. But at the time I got her number, and then later down the road, she admitted that she was in a relationship when I had got her number. So that just made me that made me, but I didn't want to go there with her. So I just kept people in my mind. I was like, so how long was you with this nigga?
Yeah.
And why did you? So was I the backup or like? But how long was y'all talking before y'all got in a relationship? Because apparently you wasn't happy, or he wasn't satisfied enough for something for you to be letting niggas get your number while you still in a relationship. Yeah, so it's like that type of shit pisses me off. I just want to say that.
And then I feel like not even in relationship, just like situationships, certain people, I feel like they don't even really know the
meaning.
You know what they want?
Yeah, some people don't know what they want. And then even with sex, I feel like it's deeper than just the physical act. Because not to get preachy or nothing like that.
No, go ahead, preach.
I know in the Bible it talks about whenever you consummate the marriage, where two become one. It's not like you're not just connecting physically. You're basically creating a soul tie with that person, and you're connecting on all aspects of life. And then people wonder why they carry baggage onto the next relationship.
I'm like, y'all carrying y'all soul ties into the next relationship.
And it's like you're carrying pieces of yourself.
Pieces of your past relationship.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm just listening.
Why are you looking like that?
I ain't looking nothing like that. I was just listening. I was just listening.
And that's why I feel like just certain persons' issues, part of them stem from, and a lot of people, some women get their validation from men.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't really realize the issues that you got going on that led you to that point.
Yeah.
Even though they.
Yeah, I've had female friends who are highly promiscuous, and I know that they use the validation, the attention that they're getting to validate their self, but they're not understanding that. Honestly, I feel like it's devaluing them. Like they're losing a value to them because you're just letting someone. You're missing the emotional connection. You're not even building an emotional connection with that person. You're just constantly having, little side buddies left and right. I'm like, do you want to get in a relationship? And then when you finally do get in a relationship, then you wonder why you can't stay committed.
Then they say they loyal.
And you can't be loyal. Oh my gosh. And I'm like,
okay.
Yeah.
Nah, cause
yeah. This person said, "Oh yeah, I'm a loyal person."
I said, "Stop lying."
But then I'm like, "But
how long can you stay loyal?" I said, "You ain't got it in you."
And then it's like, also, even though I've never been in a relationship, having friends tell me their relationship problems, I'm like, bro, no, this is like a petty little issue.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I don't understand.
Saying, like, they be like, he doing the bare minimum. Like, then why is you still there?
And you know what? Sometimes about relationship, what I don't like is when you're in a relationship, I don't believe you should be telling all your problems to your friends because sometimes
that can backfire.
Backfire on you. And some of these friends, they're not even in a good stable. Like you were saying, you're not in a good stable relationship yourself. So why am I going to come to you for relationship advice? And a lot of people be taking their friends' advice and bringing it back into their relationship.
And that's the reason I keep my relationship closed off. Like, you won't see on Instagram. My parents might not even know. I might be married and they might not even know.
I mean, they'll know.
I guess it's some people say that's too far, but that's how I feel. Like, if we're in a relationship, there's no advice you can get from anybody else in your relationship because everybody's relationship is different. Everybody's relationship is different. That's why I don't want to be that podcast to give relationship advice. I just want to say, I just wanted to talk about how some people y'all get in a relationship for the wrong reasons. Yeah. And y'all need to, and some people don't even realize it. And to go back to what you saying when you were saying promiscuous and stuff, I expect y'all ideally because I was there, I was promiscuous, but I never took it I guess you can say this is kind of toxic. I knew, no, it's not toxic. I'll say it was.
Say it.
We'll just come back. No, let's come back to that. Right. But when I was being promiscuous, I would try to let females know hey, this ain't going farther than this. And I knew I wouldn't fall in love, no matter how great the sex was. Like I said, my first relationship, I feel like the first relationship helped me understand it because the first relationship we lasted 1.5 years without any sexual interaction. So like it taught me a lot. It taught me that like love is deeper than sex and anything. It's about like you said, soul ties. But we didn't have to have sex to have that. It was just like
it's that emotional connection.
Yeah, like I don't know. It was just a different feeling, and I felt like I don't know. I just felt like it was, I don't know. Not having sex and being in a longer ass relationship that really defines your love too.
It really does.
Because lust and temptation can take over sometimes.
And I feel like it's just a different type of level of love you have, like for that person. I understand like the sexual aspect. If it does happen with you and that person, it probably builds you up more. But like just knowing that you can just be with a person based on their emotional connection.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people's relationships stem from sex. Like, we fuck
yeah,
buddies.
like they
and
need it, like they need it.
Yeah, let's see.
And sometimes like with me, I used to think about it, but it was never like a driving point where I'd be like, fuck, I can't take it no more. Like, we having sex or we breaking up. It was more like, damn it, I want it, but shit, I value her. So when she's ready, or when it's the right time, or if there's not a right time, like this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So I'm down for whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's good. I like it. Giving me some insight.
Oh shit! Hey, on that note, we can now just play that.
Nah.
Do y'all carry red flags when y'all go in your relationships?
I'm trying to work on not carrying no red flags. Well, more so working on myself.
Yeah, I feel like 2023 is the year where everyone could work on themselves. And I really don't like the word red flags. Now I feel like I want to debunk that word for 2023 because some of these red flags, I'm like, everyone have character flaws because we're all humans. There's some part of a character development that we're gonna lack. If you take the time to acknowledge them and work on them, then you're growing as a human, and that's all that matters.
And those are the people I want around me.
Yeah. But what's the issue with some people just be having their issues, their whatever. Say you have an extreme problem with jealousy. You don't like your significant other, following anyone on social media. You need to learn how to work with that, to trust that person and be like, oh, I'm going to be all right with you follow X, Y, Z. You're working on it. So I'm like, I have more respect for people like that than people be like, oh, no, you need to do X, Y. And they're so caught up in their old way that they're not really up to adapt and change. I'm like, you got to learn how to adapt or your relationship's not going to work. And I learned that in a relationship, you got to learn how to adapt because you're not going to stay the same person you started in a relationship. You change throughout time.
It's like natural selection.
It is. It really is. It is. Look at you, biology.
Yeah, I feel like why get in a relationship if you don't trust the person?
That's what I always used to say.
People.
Yeah. And then it's like you just gotta deal with different personalities.
Lord.
And sometimes people just don't mix.
And I'm just like what y'all was talking about being vulnerable. Like you're really giving a person the power to hurt you. And I'm like, And at the end of the day, if I allow you to hurt me and you decide to go, who's gonna have to deal with that and fix it up for the next person? Because a lot of people don't take the time to fix it. And I think a lot of people forget when they get in a relationship and they do get hurt, they don't take the time they need to like fix what hurt them or why their pain was caused and like how to heal themselves from that pain before they get in the next relationship. Because I know some girls that just jump into another relationship to max the pain that they felt from a previous relationship. I'm like, girl, now you're just catching bodies for no reason. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Because I thought y'all was coming for me in the beginning when y'all was talking about friendship. Then I saw y'all like,
No,
they
it's
going
not.
relationship.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah. Not just you.
Oh, wow. Not just me?
Oh.
You heard what she said? First off,
Well, you
now I got to defend myself. Now I got to defend myself. Because look,
It's about
I wasn't being promiscuous to get in relationships.
At least
Nigga, I almost said some shit. I almost said
But you
some
kept it honest with them,
Yeah, that's what I like. I like that you kept it honest.
Yeah, you
I
told
was
them what
only
it
there
was up front.
Yeah, I was only there for a reason. Like I don't, because I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I had the first one because I know what love is, and I know I wouldn't mistake sex and love and attention and all that other stuff that I was just telling people to stop. Like, stop using that as a crutch and thinking that's what a relationship is all about. A relationship is actually way deeper than that. Way deeper than that.
Yeah, because I said,
Go ahead, you've been speaking this whole time.
because then I'm just like, okay, all right. So, on this last little attempt
I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
I said that I was gonna try and be more vulnerable with the person and take it slow instead of trying to like overthink my feelings, because that's what gets me in trouble. Is I overthink in my feelings about me being the bad person in a relationship. Cause person was fine. More than fine, but just like there's no I it's just we ain't get deep, and I cut it off prematurely because I didn't even let him show me.
Yeah, you cut off way too early. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Damn.
2023,
we healing. We self-improving.
Yeah.
Look, she be savage when it comes to cutting people off. I'm like, dang, for what?
Yeah, I do the same. I ain't gonna lie, but I don't be that savage. Well, nah, yeah, I do.
Cause I was like, I gotta work on myself. Cause I was just like, I don't want to drag my problems into the relationship.
I mean, that's mature though.
Yeah.
That's like with the cheating thing. But now we ain't even finna go into that. I'm gonna end on this note, man. Listen. Y'all need to stop thinking relationships is about being pretty and who could be the cutest and sex and all this stuff, man, and even happiness, man. You can't find happiness in a relationship, and I'm going to explain it this way. Two people can come together and share the happiness and grow. But if you're seeking happiness and all this other bullshit, and it's like almost like you're depending on the other person.
Your person should not be your source of happiness.
The
should
most
only be a resource.
Most mind-breaking quote I saw on this, and it was on Instagram. It was like, you shouldn't depend on a significant other for happiness. Y'all should be able to be happy together and come together and share the happiness and then grow together. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's all it's about is growth and trust. That's the two things how I would define a relationship. Everything else is more like y'all come together and share those things type shit.
And especially us as humans, we're supposed to grow.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're not meant to stay in the same spot forever.
And people don't look into that. They look at everything else like, you got to look at, can I grow with this person?
And that's even with friendships, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning that a lot.
Yeah.
Because then some people don't even want to grow.
I feel like, do y'all feel like just like love, the word love can be thrown around loosely? Some people should be careful with friends.
Yes. Oh my gosh, even when you say to your friends, me and Grace are just not like really getting deep in that, and I'm like, y'all use that word so freely, it means nothing, and I just hate that word. I mean, I don't hate the word love, but like
how
people
loosely it's used.
Yes, it's losing its meaning. When you use a word so much, it loses value and its meaning. So it's like, what is the meaning of it? Because you're using it for just dumb stuff. Like, you don't even know this person. Oh, girl, I love you. Like, stop. Just stop. Just say, hey, girl, you adorable or something like that. Like, I don't know. But, like, people just use the word too freely. I'm like, dang. So when you do get in a relationship, you be like, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. No, you don't.
That's love bombing.
Exactly.
Do you still feel the same way about friend? Like, should we start being careful with the word friend like we do love?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because not all these people are your friends. You still got to know them. You don't know what ticked them off. And I learned truly, but people got to understand, not all your friends are supposed to last a lifetime. Some friends are just supposed to teach you a lesson.
Yeah, me and Grace, I see you and me.
No.
If you're not gonna be because that's like saying every relationship ain't supposed to be like that's the point of a friend.
Did you learn from your first relationship? You thought you said you called your first.
Okay, all right. I see where you're going. You got it. You're right.
You learned something,
but not with friends. Friends is different though. That shit's supposed to last. Cause damn, who am I gonna go to when that relationship? Like I said, I don't like me personally. I don't even go to my parents. So like,
and that's why I use the title best friend very
loosely.
I mean, not
loosely. Sorry.
That word has a lot of value. I don't be calling these people my best friends. I said I got my bros that I know I can always go to. I got Grace, and Grace is just like, she just know. Sometimes some things are better unspoken. Like, you just know you have that connection with that person. So I'm like, y'all be so strung up on these titles that y'all don't even, do what the title's supposed to be.
I'll go to the extent, I might say this is a red flag. I won't even say I miss you unless I truly mean it. I will not say that shit. Even if I think I mean it a little bit. Even if I might, like, I ain't gonna lie, I do mean it a little bit. let me not say it. Let me make sure, just to be sure.
Yeah.
I do that
Yeah.
too.
And I'll be like, so I just don't want people to, like, love, I miss you, and friend are 3 words that I just don't say loosely.
Yeah.
So just so people don't get a misunderstanding or like think I'm what's women's favorite word to say? The nigga I'm like the nigga not miss start with an M. Grace, help me.
Just start with an M.
Damn it. They be like mislead. Damn it. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Like mislead. Like I know a lot of my friends, we go through similar things, but they do different things. Like, nigga, you told her you love her. Or, nigga, you did this and this and that and the third.
And you wonder why she acting
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can treat her. You can treat her like, you know what I'm saying, like a friends with benefits, but you got to match the energy. Like,
Yeah.
with me, I
think Grace taught me, like, you know, I don't be saying those words loosely, but Grace taught me, like, just being around her, she's so chill. She taught me, like, okay, you can chill out in the way you be affectionate, because I'm a very, like, affectionate, touchy person, but I don't like that.
Yeah, see, I'm an affectionate, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to take it to the, like, I feel like words are
more valuable.
more than affection, because I'm an affectionate person with friends and in relations. And I don't mean that like I be touching on my friends, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I be touching Grace all the time, like this. Like, I'll hug you.
I be touching all of them. Yeah, I get
I'm
what you're
just
saying.
yeah.
But, like, the whole I miss you thing, like, Grace was like, I miss you. I'm like, I just looked at her, so get out my face.
Yeah,
but
like,
I didn't be,
yeah,
but,
like-
but when we miss each other, it's very much like, when we like, oh my gosh, because Grace is not she is a good hugger, but she's not a big hugger. So when when I see her showing physical affection, I know, like, oh,
Yeah,
damn,
she
she really
opening up,
missed
yeah.
me. Yeah. But for me, I'm more physical. So when I be like, I just say it. When I use my words, and Grace is like, oh, she really missed me. And I'm like, yeah. But, like, we know each other's, like, way of showing affection. And I think people have to learn, like, people have different style of showing affection. So when they use a different style, it means something else.
I feel that, because I feel like holding hands in private versus saying I love you. I feel like I love you means more than, like, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
I love
This.
you.
If y'all can't see, like, you know how no, I don't know.
You locked in?
Like reading body language.
Yeah, you lock both your hands together. That's like, imagine that, like, but behind closed doors, you know, that's like an intimate moment. And I feel like saying I love you is more like meaningful than that.
Because I don't say I love you to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but saying I love you versus love you.
Those are two different things.
It's
No.
No?
You can't say it at all.
I mean, yes,
That's
but
in my
I feel
opinion.
like
I know what you're trying to say, like love you and then I love you. No, they're still the same to me. I don't know. I don't even. Yeah, I was about to go somewhere with it, and I don't think you can go nowhere.
Because even me, I'm not. When it comes to my friends, I'm not a very affectionate person.
she's not verbal at all.
So, like, even though she knows deep down in my heart that I care for her a lot. I don't know what it is. I'm not.
You gotta get there. You gotta get there. It's okay.
Because I don't think I wasn't
I'm
brought
not
up
built
like that.
Yeah.
Because my mom, she's not a very
Affectionate.
no. Her love is shown through actions. So, like, her doing things for you, taking care of you.
Yeah.
She's not very vocal on saying I love you or hugging. I was actually the one who did that for her. So it's like, it's different when it comes to my friendships or being in a relationship, because it's like, you know, family. I've been around them a long time, so then it's like, y'all are like outsiders, and I'm just like, oh Lord, I'm not very trusting.
And that's okay. You gotta grow into that, like, and I feel like everybody should be like that. Because I feel like you shouldn't trust anybody. Like, again, trusting is a form of vulnerability.
And that's crazy because even in our friendship, I get on Grace, like, be more vulnerable with me, be more vulnerable with me. Well, I don't say it like that. I just be like, okay, Grace, you know, you have some, you know, we got to work on it. But then on the other hand, then I look at me. Then one time, Grace called me out one time.
You know
she's
what?
like,
I just noticed the Haitian in your accent now. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right, go get.
okay. Well, yeah.
I just heard a little accent in there. I ain't know. You usually sound like normal.
Okay. So back to what I was saying.
I just want to say that. I was like, oh, I hear a little bit.
Okay. So back to what I was saying.
Little island girl.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Okay.
That'll make it worse.
Yeah, don't make her mad now.
I wasn't trying to. I was just saying. I mean, Okay, my bad. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so back to what I was saying.
See, that's what I meant. Okay, my bad. Go ahead. That's what I mean by like sometimes I say shit I shouldn't say, and then I have to like be like, all right, yeah, Jerry, you shouldn't have said that. I take accountability. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So Grace is not emotionally like I'm not gonna say available. She just put in. I had all the words before you, Lord.
My bad.
I'm
sorry.
I tell Grace to be more affectionate and be more vulnerable to me, but on the flip side, I'm not vulnerable at all. Like Grace is more vulnerable to me than I am to her. Like I'm just
y'all
like
two damn
me.
rocks.
I mean, she's a softer rock than I am. I'm like a hard rock that's just, no. And I'm just like, but I do show my love language because I'm like very much affectionate, like not just physical, but like acts of service. I'm like, and Grace, hyper independence. You know what? And it's so funny when you deal with someone who's hyper independent because like when they see that you know that they're uncomfortable doing something, but you're still willing to show them, hey, it's okay for when people do stuff like that. And I do feel like friendship kind of teaches you how to be a better person in a relationship because it teaches you like it's okay for a person to do this for you. And me and Grace was having a conversation. I'm like, Grace, you gotta learn it's okay to be treated by a person. Like it's okay, it's equal. You're supposed to let your person treat you and you treat them too. So yeah, we be having those deep conversations. I'm like, okay, you gotta learn. Yeah, thank you for interrupting me.
But
you're right. I apologize.
Cause you don't be letting
Don't do that, because you can't read me like I read you. It's not.
Oh, damn.
Because I be wanting...
You be wanting
what?
Because
last night.
What happened last night?
I told you that I wanted to get you a gift for your birthday, and you told me no.
Oh.
So we got two hyper independent people.
Oh, yeah.
Two alpha males.
Yeah, because
alpha females, my bad.
Because she likes to do for others, but she won't let others
I don't like
her.
it. I'm good. I'm cool off
I'm kind of
it.
the same.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
well,
cool
I don't dislike it. I ain't going to be like, don't give me no goddamn gift.
I don't sound
But I'm be like,
bad,
you ain't got to.
I'm
be like, you ain't got
that's
to.
exactly what I
You
said.
ain't
I
really
said,
got
you don't
to.
got to. I said, I appreciate your presence. Your presence is good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like, I said, because your time is most valuable. You can't get your time back. You can run your bag back up, but give me your time. You can't get that back. So I'd rather you spend your time with me than,
Yeah, I remember one birthday I did that shit. I was like, my friends kept posting me, and it was like, happy birthday, my boy. I was like, hey, man. I was like, what I said. Basically, I was just telling them, like, hey, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Like, I appreciate you more than you. That's why I don't like to, like, go all out for my birthday, because, like, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just life. Like, I said that so wrong. It's more than just celebrating life. Like, I should be celebrating others that helped me get to this year type shit. That's what I'm trying to say.
And you know what? That's so crazy because for Grace's birthday, I definitely texted her mom and I said, thank you for raising an amazing woman because I'm so proud she's my friend. Like, she melts my heart. And I'm just like, and I surely did give her a gift. And I'm like, I don't care what you say to me. And I think when you're dealing with someone like Grace, hyper independent, you got to learn to not listen to anything they say. Like, do the complete opposite of what they say. Because they got to, deal with their own problems. But
Because
y'all just not being specific. Maybe that's why I'm not getting it.
Because basically for my birthday, she had gotten me gifts. And I was like, no, don't do that. And she was like, too late. And she sent me a screenshot.
Of the gifts?
No, that she ordered my gift.
Oh.
Because I was trying to...
that's what you mean. Don't listen to them.
Yeah, don't listen to them. I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But I was trying to go... That's when I was telling you she's stubborn. And, like, I was trying to go drop her gifts off. And she didn't want nothing to do with me. I said, oh, dang.
Because I was like, nah. I was like, I'll see y'all when we get back to school.
She's one of those.
Because...
You expressed it in the last episode.
Because literally, it was... my birthday is January 1st. And then we literally, a week later, had to come back to school. So I was like, there's no point. I was like, I'll just see you at school. And then plus you had to come back early because you were already.
Yeah, I did. But I was willing to make the time for you. That's the whole point. I'm like, you're worth my time. That's what I was trying to show you.
I appreciate it. I got it.
Oh, you got it? You. All right.
So I'm going to end it there.
All right. Okay.
All right. If you watch what?
My soul will probably be back.
Who? My soul.
No.
I said we'll probably be back.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be back for sure. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're listening to this on if you're watching this on YouTube, fuck it. I'm on Apple Music, Amazon. Damn, bro. I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Yeah. And then if you listen, I don't know what they can do. So I listen to podcasts like you can give 5 stars, share it, download it. Oh yeah, I need downloads. Subscriptions on YouTube. I need downloads on the audio platforms. Period. We out. Y'all want to say anything?
Be safe.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want to thank y'all for being here.
Thank you for coming for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
All right. Anyway. All right. We out.